You're not as smart as you think you are. Neither am I. But right now, I'm going to show you how to become smarter than 90% of the people around you. This isn't an inspiring motivational speech. This is a wake-up call, because right now, your brain is probably working against you. You're not lazy. You're just stuck in a mental trap. A trap where most people live their entire lives without even noticing it. It's called a cognitive bias, and if you don't learn to recognize it, it controls everything you do. What you buy, who you trust, how you judge people, how you make decisions. Here's the harsh truth. Most people don't make decisions. They just react. They operate on mental autopilot, confident they're acting logically, while in reality, they're falling into one of more than 188 known thinking traps that the brain creates. Have you ever argued with someone and they just wouldn't listen? Yes, that's probably a cognitive bias. But you know what's worse? You're doing the same thing. So am I. Because our brains are wired for survival, not for finding the truth. And if you don't learn to question your own thinking, you will never rise above average. Here's an example. You hear about a plane crash on the news. Suddenly, flying seems dangerous. That's the availability heuristic. Your brain thinks something is likely just because it's memorable. But statistically, you're much more likely to die from slipping in the shower. Do you panic every time you take a shower? I don't think so. That's how cognitive biases work. They feel true, but they're not. What to do about it? Let's talk about tools. One habit, just one, can give you an edge over most people. It's called second-order thinking. Here's how it works. Most people stop at the first consequence. I'll skip the gym today. I'm tired. Sounds harmless, right? Second-order thinking says, okay, I skip today, that will make it easier to skip tomorrow. And so, 2 weeks later, I haven't worked out, I feel like a failure, and I've lost motivation and self-respect. You don't just ask what happens now, you ask what happens next, and after that, you play the scenario forward. That's what real thinkers do. They don't just react, they analyze, plan, and forecast. This isn't about being cold or robotic. It's about thinking clearly when others are panicking. It's about being 5 steps ahead while everyone else is stuck on the first. Let's go deeper. Your brain hates work. Thinking requires a lot of energy, so it takes shortcuts. That's why you scroll on your phone for hours instead of solving a problem. That's why you follow your gut instead of checking the data. But here's the good news. Like muscles, your brain gets stronger when you train it. Start small. Before making a decision, pause. Ask yourself, what is the opposing view to what I currently believe? Try to argue against your own opinion. It feels weird, right? That's the point. You're teaching your brain to think, not just to feel. Here's the core of it. Most people live in their mental echo chamber. They scroll, consume, react, but rarely stop to challenge themselves, to ask, wait, what if I'm wrong? Is this emotion helping me or deceiving me? Am I thinking or just following a script? Do this one thing, learn to pause and think deeper, and you'll start to notice what others miss. It's not magic, it's not talent, it's just mental discipline. And that discipline is rare, which is why those who master it typically outsmart, outthink, and outplay 90% of everyone else. If you're still here, ask yourself, will I watch another video after this, or will I do something with this knowledge? The move is yours.